Hi, my name is Maeve. I'm here from the Equality Trust and I do organising in Brent, and we support London Renters Union's demands and back their campaigns, so very happy to join you.
Okay.
And I'm also here from the Renters Union in Brent. I got involved because I think there's a lot of injustice in housing, and that's how I've become part of the union and solidarity, and we are sort of activists to try and instrument change in how policy and social thinking in regard to housing issues that aren't being taken any notice of, really.
So what do you think of the Quintain development in Wembley Park?
Well, that again it's not really for the local people. They've made this into just a big urban centre, but there's no community whatsoever, and it's all for people who are private owners. There won't be anything for social housing unless we hear they're supposed to be knocking down some buildings locally, and they say there'll be some, but there's no guarantee, so that's one issue. Yes.
Crisis to community, rent controls now. Everything that we are here for is to change, and we want to happen now, isn't it? We want to happen right now, not tomorrow, not after tomorrow, but right now. We can't afford to rent in Brent. 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 Not together, guys. Let us hear. We can't afford to rent in Brent. Hey, 1, 2, 3. We can't afford to rent in Brent. 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 Thank you. Thank you. We can't afford to rent in Brent. We can't afford to rent in Brent. We can't afford to rent in Brent. We can't afford to rent in Brent.
It's called Repton Gardens. There's 3 buildings around Repton Gardens. They are built by a developer and a landlord called Quintain. And Quintain, they build flats just to rent, mostly, not to buy, and not for social housing, just for private rent, expensive private rent. And Quintain have built more than 6,000 flats in Wembley Park in the last 5 years, or 10 years. And this building, they are very excited because they said, we have affordable homes in this building. We have lots of affordable homes. There's 395 flats in Repton Gardens, and 117 of them, they said they're affordable. They're really affordable. You know how much they cost?
How much?
They are 80% of the market rent, and the market rent for a 2-bedroom flat is like, here in Wembley Park, is more than 2,500, almost 3,000. You know how much the rent went up in Brent last year?
How much?
By a third, by 30%. If the rent went up by 30%, and they're saying you get 20% discount, they're saying it's affordable because it's only 10% more than last year. Was the rent affordable last year?
No!
Was the rent affordable last year? No! Are these homes affordable?
No!
Not only are there only 117 homes there that are meant to be affordable, you know how many of them are 3-bedroom?
How much?
4! There's 4 3-bedroom flats in the whole building that are at discount rent. That's less than 1% of the whole total are meant to be affordable family homes. What kind of homes do we need? Do we need small homes or do we need bigger homes? We need affordable family homes, don't we? Because what are people suffering with? Everybody, all of our members are overcrowded in a tiny flat, or many people in a medium flat. And they're building homes, but they won't build the bigger homes that people need. And that's why we are here to demand Quintain and the council build bigger homes for everyone that needs them.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Rent control! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Rent control! When do we want it?
But people could be living here in Wembley Park if these buildings were for the people. in this building, the reason the council shouldn't buy it, there is not a single 3-bedroom flat. The entire thing, there's 295 homes that are for rent, and none of them are 3-bedroom. Not a single one is 3-bedroom. Do you know who is on the waiting list here? Who's on the waiting list?
Yes.
Everyone's on the waiting list.
34,000 families.
How many bedrooms do you need? 3. There are 34,000 families on the waiting list.
34,000.
And you know how many of them need 3-bedroom or more? 54%. More than half of the people on the waiting list need a bigger house. Right? How many big houses is Brent building?
We don't know. All the councillors.
Well, we'll tell you as we go. But right here they built none. Right? Here the developers built none.
That is injustice.
Housing justice now. And so who's to blame for this? The council has a role, but the developer, Quintain, is also to blame. Right? And the council tells Quintain if they can build it or not. And the council gets to say no. You can't build that because it's not what the community needs. Did the council say that here? No, they didn't. They just said build it. Give us a box park. Give us a box park and some, nice shops. But do we need nice shops or do we need decent homes? Decent homes. Right. So the council let Quintain do what they want. And that's why we're in this problem, because the council rolled over. And you know where Quintain's office is? No. It's just here. Shall we go to Quintain's office? And give him a letter?
We need houses for people in Brent. 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 We need houses for people in Brent.
Private equity company with $86 billion invested over the last 20 years. They built this place and now they're trying to sell the whole place. They want to sell it all quickly for a lot of money. They're trying to sell Wembley Park for how much? 2.5 billion. What? 2.5 billion, and no one wants to buy it, to be honest, because it's crap here. Nobody likes it. Nobody who stays in these flats, they don't stay here because they don't like it. Because it's dead. Exactly, and you know how many of these flats are empty?
Thousands.
Many. We don't know. We're trying to find out, but a lot of them. Because people keep leaving. Because people don't want to stay here. People want to live in a community. People want to live in a neighbourhood, like Wembley used to be before it was gentrified. So we're saying to Quintain, we don't want you in our neighbourhood. No. We don't want all of the rent of people in Brent going to American shareholders. Why is the wages of people in Brent of 9,000 properties going to pay people in America in a private equity company? Right? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a money laundering.
Exactly.
It's a money laundering.
Exactly. I mean, that's basically what private equity is, money laundering. It's quickly spending and then selling it quickly. So that's why we're saying to Quintain,
give it to the Brent people.
Give it to the people of Brent. If you won't rent at a level, at a rate that people can afford, then sell the building to someone who will, because we need these homes. Right? We need these homes. Family size social housing for the people. Okay, should we go and give this letter in? Who's going to come?
Everyone. All of us. Everyone.
How we feel.
for-profit models are failing to meet the social needs of the people of Brent. This raises serious questions about how well our public officers are performing against the Nolan principles, which are supposed to guide them in serving the public with integrity and transparency. We are here, standing in the shadow of glossy buildings and luxury apartments in the heart of a privately owned public space. But down the road, Brent residents, their constituents, are living under the breadline. How can public servants claim to represent us when they are so removed from the realities of the people they are meant to serve? To add insult to injury, Wembley Park itself is built on the glorification of an imperial past, a past that is deeply traumatic to one of the most diverse populations in London. The streets, open spaces and buildings here are named to commemorate the 1924 British Empire exhibition, which is one of Britain's most recent human zoos. A stark reminder of a time characterized by oppression and control. While some may see this historical event as a moment of technological and cultural achievement, for many of us, it echoes a legacy of exploitation. Right now, there are over 20 such commemorations at Wembley, preserving imperial nostalgia in plain sight. Furthermore, Brent is quite literally gentrifying its own population. Homeless families are being told by the council to find a place you can afford, but not in Brent, not even in London. The very people who built this community, lived here, and contributed to its rich diversity are now being pushed to places like High Wycombe, Luton, Birmingham, and even further afield, because sky-high rents and capped benefits have made staying here impossible. The council knows this and has admitted to it. As rents soar to unaffordable levels, doubling in just a few years, they tell us we have no choice but to leave. Enough is enough. We must hold our public servants accountable for the decisions that are driving Brent's people out of their homes and out of their city. Our fight is not just for rent controls and affordable housing. It is a fight for our right to live in a city that serves its people, not to line the pockets of private developers. Thank you.
See me again because I'm here to say something as well. So we would just like to start off by saying thank you all so much for coming. We all know you have probably children, you have personal responsibilities, and you still had the time to come out and fight with us for social affordable housing. And we as London Rental Union, we thank you so much. Thank you for coming, thank you for fighting with us. This is a huge fight we have to win for not only Brent, for London and for the United Kingdom as a whole. We are all facing this issue and we all have to come out to fight together. This is a big issue that we all have to fight together, and we thank you all for coming out and for fighting with us today. If you would like to join the Renters Union, which we all hope you will, we all welcome you to the meeting that we have on the 2nd of November. It is at MenCap, and we would all love to see you there, and we would love for you to join the union as a whole so that we can continue fighting this issue, so we can continue fighting the government and Quintain, big corporations like Quintain, for homes that are built for us in mind. Not just for money, not just for private equity, but for us, the humans who live in those homes.